it's me, Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog, also known as the Chatty Penpal channel, and today I have a really fun video for you. I was challenged to make a Penpal flipbook using received goodies only. So that's the challenge I'm working with today. But first, I wanted to show you a peek at the ThePaperLetterBlog hashtag on Instagram. This is basically a hashtag you can use whenever you post a flipbook or a Penpal project or an envelope inspired by one of my videos. It's so much fun for me to share these because you are all incredibly creative, and for me it's a really good way to see which tutorials you like best because I can see which ones you are recreating. So thank you everyone for sharing those. I really do enjoy seeing them. But now the tutorial. You may remember when I did my PO box opening videos, I had this big shoebox collecting all sorts of things that I received in mail for a video. So I had this big box filled with stuff and it was honestly overwhelming. I just left it in my closet for weeks because whenever I see this much, whenever I see a pile of stuff, I go crazy. So I finally picked up the courage, and the first thing I did is I separated everything into their own containers. We have envelopes with tags, envelopes with envelopes and goodie bags, and sticker sheets. And these folders were also sent to me in mail, and I just reused them to collect stickers and all sorts of little things. And then I also have two folders with paper. One of them has a vintage botanical style, and the one I'm working with today actually has a colorful, it's just basically a whole bunch of rainbow colors all together, and it's more of a new style. So let me know if you want me to work with the vintage folder as well and what you would like me to make with that. Now, I am also going to talk a little bit about mental health later on in the video because it is Mental Health Awareness Month and because it's actually a huge topic for me right now. More about that later, but of course I will also explain to you what I'm doing in this video. So, I coincidentally received a lot of matching goodies in kind of a cutesy pastel floral style. So I figured out really soon that that was what I wanted to work with. I received these 6x8 pages that you can see there. They have like florals and even butterflies and everything on them. And I'm just going to glue them together to make a flipbook with that vellum envelope. It's going really fast now, but it's literally nothing more than gluing pages back to back and gluing them together. So don't worry if this goes super fast, it will all make sense in a second. So the pages are double-sided and I'm just going to stick them together with double-sided tape first. I am going to use washi tape for the look, but washi tape often isn't strong enough to hold a flipbook together unless you have like really strong washi tape. So I just use double-sided tape and some tacky glue for reinforcing it. And then, like I said, I'm going to add a vellum envelope that I received. I just cut off the flap and then I'm going to glue that on the last page to create kind of a tip in, tip out, I don't know how to call that, type goodie pocket. This is another page I have also received. It has little hearts on it and I am kind of gluing it down facing the wrong way, so the hearts aren't facing up, they're facing sideways, but I don't mind it because it's a really pretty pink color, and if you don't look too closely you don't even notice that the hearts are facing the wrong way. But you know, because the pages are single-sided, I just wanted to cover them up with something. I am going to use received goodies only. I do make one mistake in this video. I haven't made it yet, I'm gonna make it soon. I wonder if you realize what I'm doing wrong, but I of course allowed myself to use any type of adhesive as well as pens. So I'm just gluing that down first. And then in the end you're going to see me cut off more of the envelope because it actually opens. It's actually a little bit difficult to open. So I just make the gap bigger. So this is just the base of the flipbook, nothing too special here. And then we are going to decorate it with some more goodies I received. And like I said, in the meantime, I want to talk about mental health. I'm not going to make it a whole story time type thing. I just and you don't have to worry, it's not going to be overwhelming or anything. I just have some things to share with you. They're also quite important for my YouTube channel, because when you're watching this, I will actually be back at work. It's so crazy, it's kind of scary. A little intermission of my little helper cleaning her face. She's also somewhere in my room right now, but she's up to no good. She's like stealing stuff. That's Sage, by the way. I have another cat named Nose, who used to be in my videos all the time. These are washi tape samples I received. But okay, I'm gonna be back at work. You may or may not know, but the Netherlands has been in a lockdown for the past 6 months. Restaurants have been closed, and in my normal life I work as a waitress, and that means that I haven't been able to work since November, and I will now be going back, which is of course a positive thing. I mean, I keep telling myself that it's positive, but in all honesty, my anxiety has been quite present as well, and I'm not telling you that as a, you know, to get sympathy or to get attention or to throw myself a pity party, but that's just the way it is, and I want to talk about that because we need to be able to talk about that, and especially in Mental Health Awareness Month, it's good to talk about it, and I want to make it more normal. So what we're doing in the background is I received those big chipboard tags. They're actually from the same papers, they're actually from the same like style as the papers I received, and then I also received these chipboard flower die cuts. They are different, but they match so well. I absolutely love that. So I'm just creating a little cluster to decorate the front. I think that's going to look really, really nice. But like I said, it's kind of crazy. I've always had anxiety, or at least the last 8 years or something I've been dealing with anxiety, and it has had a huge influence on my life. So it's not weird that I'm struggling right now. I just wanted to share. And the two biggest triggers for me are change and uncertainty. And change, of course, in this case is I will be going back to work after 6 months of being at home. No one expected it to be that long, but yeah, that's just the way it is. And uncertainty is, of course, I don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know if I will still have my waitressing skills. I don't know if my waitress alter ego will be working straight away, or if I'm going to be clumsy, anxious me, struggling through the day. So yeah, there is a lot of nerves, I suppose, and I'm not upset about that. I mean, of course, it would have been fabulous if I woke up this morning and realized, hey, I'm not nervous at all. I wouldn't complain. I would not complain. That would be lovely, but I knew this was going to happen, and I don't think it surprises anyone. I think everyone has nerves when they go back to work after 6 months of not working, but for me it's just a little bit more extreme. And that's okay. I mean, I know that I'm not the only one, and that is also why I wanted to talk about it a little bit. New things are always difficult for me, and yeah, maybe now it's not necessarily new because I've worked there for a year, but after half a year it's gonna feel like new again. I do want to share that. I might share some more things with you sometime. I also wanted to share that with you because it will have an impact on my YouTube channel. You may have already realized this, but I actually only uploaded 1 video last week and not 2. Even though I had not been back at work, but it's just the nerves, and you know, you should imagine me sitting in my craft room thinking, okay, I'm gonna edit a video, and then anxiety happens and I just start pacing around the room. And you know, you can probably imagine that I can't film or edit a video when I'm just pacing around the room. So it just wasn't happening, and I told myself it's okay. Like, who am I kidding? It's not like the world stops turning when I don't upload videos for a while. So my goal for now is to focus on myself, focus on being okay with going back to work. And if that means that I will be uploading 1 video a week instead of 2, that should be totally okay. It might also mean that I'm uploading no videos, but you know, we will see how that goes. YouTube and crafting and videos is also a hobby of mine, so when I feel like it, I will definitely be working on some more. I'm sorry for my head bobbing in and out of the screen. I've mentioned this before, but for me it's actually a really positive thing, because it means that I'm just really invested in crafting and that I'm just really focused, but that I forget about the camera, but I know that it's annoying to look at, so I need to put up some sort of visual reminder to not do that, because it's really annoying. Also for me to edit, it's just stupid. I want to show you what I'm crafting, not the top of my head. But you know, you live and you learn. I am nowhere near a professional. It's just me in my craft room, hobbying away. Is that a word? I don't know, hobbying. I like it. Sounds cute. So what I'm doing is I'm just picking out goodies to start decorating these pages. You saw me pick out a rainbow postcard before, and I'm actually going to pop that into the vellum pocket because that looks really cute, because the pocket is of course see-through, and the postcard looks adorable there. And then I'm going to use a doily and make a little collage on one of the pages, and then pop that, what is it called, music note paper on the other page. No, music note paper envelope on the other page to fill with some goodies. I promise it does get better later on in this video. It's kind of difficult because when I started my YouTube channel, I would always get negative comments from people saying that it was really annoying to look at the footage I filmed from an angle because I didn't have an overhead tripod, and now I do have an overhead tripod, and you get the problem that I keep placing my head in the screen. So there's no winning here, I guess. Otherwise, I have to learn how to sit up really straight when I'm crafting, but that's just not natural. So I do apologize. What I'm doing here does require me to look really closely, because this is a little hydrangea rub-on stickers. I am so in love. You can see it at the top of the page. I received these from Jackie a little while ago in an all blue mail, and there are these really dainty little flowers, and with rub-on stickers, it's amazing. It doesn't look like a sticker, it just looks like you printed it directly on the page. It looks really cool. I also received blue little gemstones in a mail. Have to admit, I always forget to use gemstones and stuff like that because I use Nouveau drops all the time, but I think it looks really cute, so I need to pick them up more often. Let me grab a sip of tea because it's going cold. I've been talking so much. And then what I'm doing now is I am just doodling a little bit more around the page. I made a doodly border, totally inspired by Kira Pace, of course, my friend here on YouTube who does how do you pronounce that, Kira? The doodly border all the time. I also doodled little flowers, and I added some stems to the flowers, the blue ones that I did, and then I wrote gratitude. In the die cuts I received, there were also some like month headers. I didn't really know what to use them for, but then I found one that said April, and I realized, hey, so I stuck that on the back and I wrote made for you with the date and then my name, so that if the person decides to save this, then they can remember that I made it for them. It has been safely received. Oh yeah, what I'm writing there is reusable, because I am actually sticking the flowers and the envelope and everything on the page with a double-sided tape. And what that does is the receiver can actually peel off the envelope and the decorations and use them as if they were new. And the reason why I did the reusable, look, yeah, this is me showing you that I used the flower as a closure. The reason why I did this is because back in April, we did a challenge over on my Patreon page. We do a monthly craft club challenge. And the challenge was to incorporate reusable things into your crafting. So for me, that meant using decorations as well as goodies. So then it's kind of eco-friendly, right? I mean, it's lovely when you decorate your mail, but I think it's even more fun when it can be reused. So there's that. I also wrote a little banner that said you can reuse these, just so she would know. I am totally okay with people tearing my mail apart so that they can reuse a sticker or a die cut. That's all okay. I mean, part of the fun with pen paling for me is getting creative with what you have received, and that includes mail. I mean, I'm totally okay if you reuse an envelope or something like that. Just as long, like, the only thing that's of course not okay is receiving a flipbook and then sending the flipbook entirely to a pen pal and saying that it's your own. That's a little bit weird, but other than that, you know, feel free to get crazy. As you can see, I'm not really working on the pages in a logical order. I just go back and forth because that's easiest for me. I had these adorable note pages that matched the colors of the mail perfectly. I love it when that happens. It said notes, and there she is again. It said notes, and I decided to write my letter on there. I usually write longer letters, but because the receiver of this mail also wrote a shorter letter, I'm not going to reply with like a 10-page letter, because of course I try to match it to the sender / receiver a little bit. So I figured that these 2 pages would be enough for me to reply to her note. And then I'm just decorating it a little bit more with washi tape, feathers, and washi tape stickers. Or actually just washi tape that I cut out. Then this is, I don't know what you would call this. It's like some sort of a sticker type or sticker paper. This entire thing that I'm holding there is all sticker. So I'm just cutting out what I want to use, and I'm going to stick that on the left page. So a little bit more about mental health awareness. I don't care. I don't care if I'm overdoing it, but I just once again want to say that I think it's really random what I'm going to say now, but I just want to say once again that if you're struggling, you are not alone. I know that I talk about it, and then people tell me, Vivian, it helped me that you talk about it, because I realized I'm not alone. And in those moments, I wish I could show you all of the letters I receive. Of course, when I receive a letter, it's for my eyes only. I show no one. But if I can share one thing of the letters I've received, it is that we are so not alone. Like 2 out of the 3 letters I receive mention some sort of struggling with mental health. And I'm not saying that to out anyone, because hey, we can be proud of who we are and even proud of what we struggle with, because it makes us who we are in the end. I just wanted to share that. I had to learn this when I went to therapy. Mental health issues or anxiety or even depression or panic disorders or whatever, they're all much more common than you are made to believe, because we're so used to hiding it. We're so used to saying that we're fine. It may at times seem as if we are the only ones who struggle. And that is also very, very important to me, why I talk about it, because just to make, if it helps 1 or 2 people realize that, hey, I'm not the only one who struggles, then I'm happy. And I know that that is random, and I know that I'm all over the place today, but like I said, I am struggling today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, because I'm going back to work and I'm super nervous about that. And being all over the place is kind of what happens, because my brain is just all over the place. But I did want to put that in here, even though it's super duper random, because it's kind of who I am, and it is important for me to be able to share those kind of things. Blah blah blah. Nice chatty Penpal video for you, right? This is me decorating the envelope. As you can see, the postcard is really visible through the envelope, and I love that. It's kind of the same idea, a reusable goodie, because it's decoration now and it can be reused, or it can be used as a postcard after. I'm also going to do that with one more of the tags. I'm going to stick it on there because I don't like the back side of the envelope doesn't look too fun, and then it can be reused by the receiver, or it can be used, I should say, by the receiver as who knows, a gift decoration or something. And this is just me cutting off more of the envelope because, like I said, it was kind of difficult to open. Oh, maybe I should explain what I stuck down on the left page. That little truck is actually sticky notes. You may know that I have a love-hate relationship with sticky notes because they can be really cute, but they're never sticky. But these are absolutely adorable because even though I've covered it up with some stuff now, you will see later that the sticky notes are actually little flower trucks, and I'm absolutely in love. If I was a truck, I would be a flower truck. Okay, that's enough randomness for you today. What I'm doing here is I actually butchered the opening of the envelope. I cut it really clumsily, so I just stuck some washi tape over it to show that it is an opening and to also cover up my mistake. You live and you learn. Oh, it goes really fast, but another thing I'm using to decorate is these little felt hearts. It's absolutely adorable. They're like little pink, it's like felt almost, hearts, and it's just really a fun little touch. And I'm going to fill the music note, I want to say music note paper, the music note paper envelope with more die cuts, mainly stuff I have received simply because I have so much, just little die cuts and knickknacks that can be used for decorating. And then of course I pop a ton of goodies in the last envelope. That washi tape sample you see on my desk right now is currently my favorite because it has grid and it has green and I absolutely love it. So this is just me throwing some more stuff from my personal stash onto the desk for including as goodies. I hope this once again gave you some ideas. This is really simple flipbook, but I love this type of layout because it gives you so many possibilities and so many options and so many space to work with. So I hope it gave you some ideas. I hope you're all doing well. You know, even if you're not, I can promise you that change is around the corner, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can promise you that better times are coming, and I can promise you that we are not alone. So, sorry for the rambliness. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm embracing it. I'm learning to embrace it, and I hope you are too. I wish you all a lovely, lovely day. A big thank you to my patrons. You're all amazing. Okay, talk soon. Oh, last thing is, if you want to be notified of when my new videos are alive, be sure to click that little notification bell and subscribe if you haven't already, because like I said, I don't know when I will be uploading videos because I don't know how much time I'll have, and especially how much energy and mental energy I will have left for making videos. So I can't really make promises, so if you want to be notified, definitely click that little bell. And I will leave you to it. Okay, bye-bye!